At the top, the Queen, Quendressa, R&B, rap, very sexy stuff. LMK, Let Me Know. And just then, I Get Lonely, Janet Jackson, another extremely sexy track. R&B, Goddess. That was really cool.
It was spicy from you. I really like it.
I played it for Masto out the back of his a couple of months ago, and him dancing to that was like piss funny, like both hands in the air, and he just goes, "Hell, sexy track."
He wouldn't have been goosebumping though. I can guarantee
not at all. One more question for today.
Final question. You or me?
I'll ask you.
Okay.
I think it's advice to younger self.
Great question.
How are you speaking to bad boy 15-year-old TB that's jumping roofs running away from the cops?
I don't think we've told that story.
Yeah,
Ali
told it.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
PTA is like this never-ending loop in my head that can't come out. So every time you cross-reference, I'm like, no, we've talked about it.
Hopefully, because that means it's out and I wasn't in trouble. So that's good. That's good news. Man, my advice to my younger self would really be around not caring about other people's perception of you and not worrying about the collective idea of Tom Barrass. And what I mean by that is you wonder what job you should do. You wonder what career you should have, what your girlfriend should be like, who you need to be, and all these different things where I think that ultimately in life I've learnt that simplicity is the ultimate complexity, which is a Shannon Hearn quote. And it's kind of about like, you are you. Don't try to be anyone else. Don't try and think about, well, what did this person think if I did that? What would my mum think? What would my dad think? Should I do this? You know, like, whatever it is, you need to lean into being uniquely you. And it's not that deep in the sense that no one's looking at you all the time. They're caught up in their own problems, having their own stuff. It's your life. You need to be selfish about how it goes. And it might mean feeling like you're being a little bit more rude or a bit more selfish with your time, or, I don't want to do that. But like, really, I've kind of found that the people in life who go after what they love, like ferociously, and don't really care, are on the right track, and they manifest it and it happens. And the reason it happens is because they're not paralysed by indecision or feeling bad about some thing they said on Past the Orcs, which was sloppy and I wish I could have said it again. And, you know, it's that whole mindset of like, just have a crack and who cares what anyone thinks, and lean into what you like, if it's music, if it's Lego, if it's bugs, if it's space, like whatever. It's almost like being nerdy is good, like just go after.
Yeah, you love that. Like, why not fill your entire life with something that you love?
Yeah, and you can kind of feel bad or assess yourself socially about how you handled things or what you said or if you offended someone, but like the answer is it doesn't exist, and whatever happened, it happened. Whether you offended them or not, you'll never know. You just perceive yourself to have done something. And I think if collectively we could check out of that perception of self from a third person down at you, like, oh, who is Matt? Like, what's he doing? Oh, you know, and try and just live in the moment, which sounds cliche, but it's like, no, well, that's just, I'll never know, and I'm not spending any bandwidth worrying about it. I'm actively creating my life in front of me rather than caring about my sense of self and who is Tom Barrass and am I a good person, am I not? It's like there's no such thing. You're a person and you express yourself in flavoursome ways. Some are great, some are bad. It's all subjective. It all depends upon perspective. So don't like feel bad about, you know, other people's perspectives on you. Just be yourself and be happy with it and proud of it and lean into it. That's my advice for my younger self, and And I think the reason I have it is because I've kind of been toying with it for a long time, as everyone does with their identity. That's what identity is about. And I can say that that's the thing that I think has helped me to have the opportunities and the successes and the happiness that I've had in my life is like, nah, no one's right. Don't listen to anyone about anything. Just do what you think and it'll all work out fine.
I like it a lot.
Is that adequate?
I think it's like more than adequate. I think it's a great explanation.
Do you have some advice that pops to your head other than eat some more calories? The fermenting guts getting on top of you?
You should have had whey protein. I'll probably need you to help me workshop this into a final sentence. Because I'm like, what I'm kind of working on currently with, and I'm pretty comfortable talking about it, working on with a therapist and like, not necessarily like self-worth stuff, but more so like where your thoughts and energy should lie and what I'm spending my time thinking about. What are thoughts that can go and what are thoughts that are like happy to be present and stay. Well, I'm happy to be present in the thought and stay with them. But I was just thinking before when we decided that this was going to be the question by listening to I Get Lonely. And I was like, you know, it would probably be to my younger self, like, you know, like actually like stop, pause, think before you speak and chill. And I'm very harsh on my younger self as like, you know, saying something dumb, maybe making someone feel bad without the intention, right? Because I think I have strong morals and good moralistic direction, I guess. But I'm like quite harsh on who I was as a younger self. But then the work I'm doing now with the therapist is just like, you were only acting with the tools you had at the time. If you had the tools that you do now, you definitely wouldn't have said that thing to someone you play cricket with, or, you know, maybe like spoke to your mum poorly in that situation. So it's like, I think like workshopping my own idea, it's just like self-forgiveness.
Mate.
It's like you are going to make mistakes, right? And my kind of thing where I'm getting to is like, if I make a mistake, the best thing I can do is just not make that mistake twice, right? Like I'm going to do something stupid that I'm just like, mate, I even said something in front of Dr. Garvey and you were like, yeah, thanks, bro. And I was like, oh yeah, that was stupid. Right, you remember that?
Yeah, no, I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but I'm glad you say it because it speaks kind of to my point.
Yeah.
But we're coming at from opposite ends of the
so
spectrum.
I'm coming on myself of being this perfectionist, hypercritical.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you shouldn't have said that. Go back and you don't need to say those things. Where it's just like, actually, you know, you're going to make mistakes. And most of the time, if you are a good person with that strong moral compass and you treat those well around you, you just don't make the same mistake twice. And if you've done something that has hurt you or hurt others, then you can happily fix that with honesty.
For sure. And no one's thinking about it all the time like you are. So
Yeah.
Dr. Garvey, I guarantee you,
Yeah.
it could have been like out of order and he wouldn't have thought about it again. Not
at all, but that's my own perception.
Of course. And I love, because when you're saying it, it's like, yep, self-compassion. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And like, it's the same kind of thing I'm getting at. But mine sounds like, it's like, oh, who cares? It's not that. It's like, man, have self-compassion. Absolutely. Like you are making mistakes
And
all the
they're
time.
not going to end.
You're ignorant. When you're 60, you'll be like, oh man, like I'm going to cringe at this whole thing because I'm so dumb. Look at me talking about these things I have no idea
spent
about.
an entire episode like talking about sauce.
And now I'm so much smarter than that. No, I won't regret that. It's beautiful and creative. But I'm so much smarter than that now.
Yeah.
And how was I to know? So it's kind of like self-compassion, self-forgiveness. And because of that and everyone's own journey with dealing with that, it's like, oh, well then, mate, don't worry about it. Everyone's having that same thing like, oh, man, embarrassed myself so bad then. Oh, I missed a kick on the G. Oh, said a joke I shouldn't have said in front of someone.
Yeah.
Oh, like, you know, anything. Like, I've got a big pimple in the middle of my forehead. Like, damn.
I've got one coming, I feel.
Do you?
Yeah, I asked Nadia for some pimple patches today.
That's so funny.
But like the message that I keep coming back to with this therapist, I'm lucky I landed with someone that straight away clicked and I can like get this stuff done and be like, oh, actually, you know, pretty good dude, trying really hard, right? She's just like, you were only acting with the skills you were equipped with at the time. Like, if you wouldn't have acted like that or made certain choices, and not that these aren't like bad things I'm doing to people or anything, it's more so like how I'll handle certain conflicts, right?
No, mate, 100%.
And it's just like, well, you didn't know it. Like, here are these avenues of communication that you could do, or here's these stress relievers, or here's like, you know what? It's actually this fleeting thought that doesn't need to stay. It can go, and they pass like the river, whatever.
Mate.
So it's kind of just like self-love, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what's helped me with that a little bit is having my own children and watching them as kids, and kind of, you as a young parent, you got no idea what you're doing. You're like feeding a baby in the middle of the night, rocking it to sleep, trying to burp it. It's like, man, what? I've got no idea what this is. Like, you can't just roll in like, yeah, I know, just chuck it on the boob. You need to, get him latched like this.
Like
and then
the first fart that they're so tense about, and you're like, are they going to die? And then they just fart.
Even the other day, I showed Dom Sheed this running legs technique for a fart, and he's just like, he was like, man, I had no idea. But you have no idea how to do anything.
Yep.
So you're in this process of like, wow, man, I don't know at all. I'm like a child again in this own thing. And then I have my own kids, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm literally just that. I'm just that kid right there.
I'm a child.
I'm a child. And I'm just reaching the first stage of like, I'm an adult now. I have my own children. Like, I'm in this new thing. But when I look at my kids and I love them so much, and I'm like, do you know what? I'm a kid like that, and I've made so many mistakes and been through so much, as has everyone, and lived so many great moments too in my fertile life, and I've made it to here, and that's pretty good. And that's pretty good. And now I've got these two, and I've got my wife, and I'm,
Yeah.
I have a job, and I go to the beach, and I see my friends, and it's just like, well, do you know what? I'm doing all right. Because if you don't have that every now and then, you're only consumed in like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
100%. Mate of mine I used to play cricket with. He, UK bloke, actually played a couple of tests for England.
Right.
Just a gun. And has had a tougher life than most. And he came over here and lived with me. And he left this bowl of pasta in the microwave. Little does he know, like, his mum would leave it overnight, right? Or he would get home late and eat it. But in the UK, I don't know, temperature's 12, mold's not going to come pretty quickly. Anyway, 40 degrees, mold comes. I got him, I was like, mate, you can't do that. And he deadpan, he goes, well, if you don't know, you don't know. Laughed and moved on. And I was just like, he's so right.
How do you have that?
Like, if you don't know, you don't know.
Mate, that's
it's
fantastic.
It's like with Dom Sheed pumping the legs. Like, if you don't know, you don't know. And that's totally fine. You can't, like I might have done over the last 6 months, 3 years, be like, I should have known that. And kind of like punish, where it's just like, nah, dude, if you don't know, all good, keep moving.
You learn, you keep learning, and you keep moving forward. And I feel like our younger selves got some nice advice then. So nicely answered, bro. I have a bit of an idea.
Oh, damn, I had one too. You go first.
All right. Mine was going to be like, can we play some songs to complement that advice for our younger selves? A bit of jovial young stuff.
I will magically tie mine into that, and I'll probably fake sure, this is a message to Matt.
Great final question. We'll see you guys on the other side.